Good morning and welcome to our daily devotion. So I must apologize for yesterday. I did not have a daily devotion up, but if you would like to go back and read our daily devotion, it was about believing in prayer and what you prayed, and it was from Mark 11:24. Now today I'm gonna do our devotion, and then I'm gonna let you know what happened yesterday and the day before. Well, first of all, our devotion today is called Be Honest. And again, it is from Mark, and it comes from Mark 12:38 through 39. And it says, "Watch out for the teachers of the law. They like to walk around and be greeted with respect in the marketplaces and have their most important seats in the synagogue and the places of honor at the banquets." Now, it's a shame that Jesus had to warn people about the teachers of the law, because they certainly should have known the law well enough. They were the religious experts of the time. So they should be the ones that people, should respect and obey. But Jesus questioned their motives because they wanted people to notice them. They felt they were more important than any other person was. They were the elite. So of course everyone should pay attention to them and almost like bow down to them, because they were the top dog. But Jesus sees a person's heart, so he knows why you do what you do. Be sure that your motivations are pure and honest when you serve Jesus. So, I have to ask myself these questions, and, we should ask ourselves these questions. What is your motivation? Do you want people to notice what you do? Do you seek power and authority? Make sure that your motives are purely to serve Jesus and others. Nothing more, nothing less. Because, we've read before, where the Bible says, when you do things, do it in secret. Because when you do it in the light, surely that is your only reward. If we truly want to serve God and serve the Lord, then our motivations for doing what we do should be that. Not to be self-seeking, self-serving, not to get rewarded, not to be noticed or whatever. So let's just make sure that our motivations for doing what we do is for the Lord. And he will bless you. Now, the reason I didn't have our daily devotion yesterday, I told you all about what happened Thursday night. And, Thursday afternoon and into the evening, about my neighbor and the abuse and stuff that was going on over there. Well, Saturday, my friend Jennifer and I were sitting there, and we're leaving him alone. We're praying, but we're leaving him alone. We're not saying anything to either one of them. And we're sitting out there talking and stuff, and two women came and knocked on our door. And they spoke to us when they came up, and I said, well, they're really nice. I don't know what us, and I hope they know them, because I just hate to hear the wrath from them. They open the door if they don't. Well, at first he wouldn't open the door, and then she kept telling him who he was, and finally he let them in. And they wound up being the nieces of his wife. And so they didn't stay that long. And then they left, and they wound up talking to me and Jennifer, and they were concerned for her because she's kind of lost all contact with the family. And, we told them what we thought, and she said, well, that just confirms our suspicions. And they were trying to get her away from them. When they got ready to leave, they asked her to walk out to the car with us with them, and she said, no, I can't. So that was pretty bad. But then they left. They went to go get reinforcements, is what they said. When they left, we heard him start on her. And they had given us their phone number, so I texted her and I said, might want to give her a jingle on the phone just to see if she's okay. But they came back with her brother. And they called and said, we want you to come out. Your brother wants to talk to you. And there was a big argument ensued on the inside, but she did come out and talk to her brother. And while she was out there, Shiver and I were trying so hard to stay out of all this stuff. And, her brother had asked her, well, you don't let anybody else treat you this way. Why are you letting him hurt you? And he kept coming to the door. Her husband kept coming to the door to try to listen to what they were saying, checking on her. And so he heard her brother say, if he harms you again, I'm going to harm him. And boy, that set him off. He went off and cussing and threatening the brother and stuff. And then he went back in the house and he came back out wielding a gun. And he had it going everywhere. And so I called the police. And to be honest with you, I went back and got my gun because we were nervous. We had families out there at that time. We had children out there with him wielding a gun. And as being unstable as he was, he could have, that gun could have went off just with him rolling it around, And so I called the police. Police came. A lot of police officers came. It was, oof. And, but the long and the short is they wound up arresting him. And she's so scared of him, she wound up blaming everybody else, even though he was going to kill her brother. He flat out said to her brother, come over here and you won't be living tomorrow morning because I'm going to kill you. And Jennifer was begging and put the gun down because, her kids are right there. Well, they had, she had sent the kids inside, or we just pushed all the kids that were in the hall in her one apartment. And, but anyway, so yesterday morning I was asked to go to the bail hearing, and they had a bond hearing at early Sunday morning, so I went. We were asking to, set the bond very high or either deny the bond. Well, they did not deny the bond, but they did set it pretty high. But I guess they got somebody to bail him out. Or we think he did. I don't know. He was able to be bonded out, but I don't know if he's home because we didn't hear a peep out of him last night. But please pray for this couple once again. I mean, we have such a tight little community right here on our hall. We all have each other's phone numbers. We, except for this one couple, and man, they need our prayers. I'm pretty sure they're going to be evicted from the apartment complex, though, because this is not appropriate. So, boy, did they ever need our prayers. But anyway, I wound up, and I was so late getting back from the police department that I was late for church, and I'm just going to be honest, when I got home, I just wanted to be still and rest and do nothing. And that's what I did. So I just ask your prayers for this family. And for me, I'm having a hard time with my back. I'm having a lot of back pain in my lower back. But just pray for people. There's so much hate in this world. I don't hate this person. Not at all. I feel sorry because something in that man's life happened that made him the way he is. But you know what? I thought a lot about that statement. And here's the thing. We cannot let our past define who we are today or who we're going to be in the future. Our past can shape us to be, a wonderful person or a person that hates life and people and everything in it. If only we let it shape us that way. Because we are truly responsible for who we are and our actions. No one else is. No matter what somebody else does, you are responsible for your reactions and for your actions and your behavior. So while I'm sure something horrific happened in this man's life to make him the way he is, he doesn't have to be that way. And at times only Jesus can help us out of those problems. And that man does need the Lord. So I thank you, my friends, for listening this morning and for praying for this family. Remember the other ones that have been on our prayer list. My friend who needs some help with housing, Catherine's grandson. And my friends, I just ask you to have a beautiful, blessed day. And I will see you soon with Monday Morning Coffee. God bless.